Hello. Are you sitting comfortably? Then we can begin. Today I've got a couple of stories to read you. The first one is about trains. Yes, those magical iron beasts. Yes. Blackwell's Little Learning Library, Trains. Basil Blackwell, Oxford. It's a lovely picture of a train. That's the front of the train. You could say that it was its nose. And those are its little eyes. Look, this one looks a bit sleepy. Anyway, let us begin. How would you go on a journey? There are several ways of travelling. You can go by plane to many places, especially to other countries, although I'm not sure that's going to work very well over the next few years, what with Brexit. You can go by car or by bus if you're a real masochist. You can travel from town to town by train. Well, in theory you can. Once there were railway stations even in small villages. Now most of them are closed, but fast trains run between... Oh, hang on a sec. Now most of them are closed, but trains run between the towns. Look at the people opposite, leaving an express train. They do look happy, don't they? The first true railway was from Stockton to Darlington, which is up north. Most of the trains carried coal, which was very handy because they ran on coal. Whenever they ran out of coal, they had the coal with them. It proved to be a quite fruitless endeavour to start with. At first, horses pulled passengers in what looked like stagecoaches. Later, steam engines were used to pull the horses, pulling the passengers in what looked like steam engines. The train at the top of these pages ran from Manchester to Liverpool. You can understand why if you've ever been to Manchester. The best place to be is anywhere else but Manchester. This was the first line to carry mostly passengers. Steam engines pulled the trains. The Rocket was a very famous one. Train, that is, not a passenger. Soon there were railways everywhere. Many thousands of men worked to build them. Some of them got paid. Sometimes they had to dig tunnels or build viaducts. Engines became bigger and faster. Here is one about 80 years ago. The engine below pulled a train at 126 miles an hour in 1938, and that's the fastest any train has ever run, ever, on the British railway network. For many years, steam engines pulled nearly all the trains. Now there are no steam engines to be seen. Huge diesels pull most fast trains. Slower trains run to many towns, taking people to work or to shop. Most of these, too, have diesel engines. The engines are underneath some of the coaches, with the driver in the front one. This means the coach is very hot, even on the very hottest of days. The trains on some lines run by electricity. Some of them take it from wires up above. Others have enormous batteries. This train is going to Manchester. You can tell because it is loaded up with E. Other trains take electricity from a third rail on the ground. Look for the rail in this picture. I can still only see two. What a useless picture. The engines are under some coaches, as on the smaller diesel trains. Many trains are goods trains. This wagon holds oil or petrol. These wagons carry coal, though nobody really understands why, as we don't use coal anymore. This one takes cars to send abroad. You can see why. They're shit. This wagon holds many parcels. They will be tipped over the side of a disused quarry. This one is full of corn. What other wagons are there? Some trains nowadays are very fast, but most of them aren't. Liner trains go rapidly between large towns or to ships at ports. They carry goods in big containers which can be loaded quickly and dropped even quicker. Here is one. I wonder what's inside those. Perhaps illegal immigrants. Express passenger trains are swift and comfortable. Well, that's what it says in the brochures. People can work or eat a meal on the journey, but I wouldn't recommend it because the Wi-Fi is shit and the food tastes like crap. This train is a fast train from London to South Wales. Christ knows why you'd want to get there quickly. Do you know the answers to these questions? How were passengers first pulled from Stockton to Darlington? That's correct. With great reluctance. Where was the first railway line carrying mostly passengers? Who cares? Which was the fastest steam engine? Why is there no engine at the front of the train on page 9? I think it's because it was stolen. What do goods trains carry? What do liner trains do? What happened to most village railway stations? These and other questions will be answered in Trains and Railways by Philip Gagg, number 38 in Blackwell's Learning Library. There. That was a lovely book about trains. Would you like another story? Yes? Okay then. The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. Are you sitting comfortably?